partially offset by lower costs. So they're doing all right, kind of holding steady. One would expect that if BlizzCon is to be what it's going to be this year, that there would be incredible new hype and excitement and games to possibly buy in the nearest of futures that will make see how that goes. They did not mention StarCraft in this at all, even though I think some of the esports stuff going on with that right now is freaking spectacular. But I don't know if it makes any money. And then the other thing I think is really cool right now, what was it? Something Blizzard was doing, they didn't mention here. Oh, you know what? I have it later. We'll talk about it later. It's a new thing. Don't worry, we'll get to that. Any thoughts on these earnings calls? Anything of note?
No, I mean, we knew it's going to be a weird year. We knew it was going to be a weird year after last year's BlizzCon being not great, and then the layoffs, and then the gutting of a lot of their esports stuff. And the fact that we knew there were going to be no major releases this year outside of, Classic and eventually Warcraft 3 Reforged, which I keep forgetting about, and I still think it's very weird that that's coming out after Classic.
Yeah, where's the release date for that damn thing? That's weird.
Oh God, what was the? I don't remember now. Because there wasn't an official release date, it was just a pre-order, and here's the last possible date. It's supposed to be this year.
That's what they had said, is this year, but we haven't heard anything.
No, it's been nothing.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Patrick?
Nothing. It could be, I mean, the year is still quite
young. Yeah. We had 5 months. Something.
Yeah, there was also like
they could do it in like December. I doubt they're going to do it at the same time as Classic, right? They're going to space that out.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing probably.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm excited about that, and I'm also a little bit shocked, as is Garrett, that it's not here before Classic because it seems like a perfect lead up. But also, it's such a graphically improved game. Maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I don't care. That's how I wanted to do this. I wanted to replay through Warcraft 3 in the new remastered version and then go straight into World of Warcraft Classic to pick up where it left off.
I'm so not in the mood
that
for
would have
RTSs.
made sense.
Yeah. If that game was suddenly a turn-based strategy game, why would I be so much more excited about it? I'm just not in the mood for RTS these days. I don't know why. Either MOBAs have just become my RTS and that's it, so there's where all my brain power went for that, or like legitimately I've just turned a corner and I want turn-based everything. It's like I'm the mirror image of my 90s self, where it was all RTS and all real-time, and I hated turn-based, and now I flipped completely. I don't know what that is. Can't explain it. I expect no one to know how to help me. Help me, everyone. Help me. All right, here's this. Let's talk about the rest of Blizzard stuff going on in and around the place. Sigma is out.
The beauty of
Ever Song Overwatch now. Patrick is our resident Overwatch fiend. Have you
the light of the somewhere be with you?
No. I mean, he's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
The more important thing is the 222 queue.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
We talked about that last time.
Yeah,
it's just live.
Yeah, we just haven't had. Has there been a lot of blowback or anything on that? Because
No, everyone's super happy about the queue, especially. Sigma is, Newcastle, whatever.
Seek the Tidestone, but I will not leave it unguarded, as they so foolishly did. You are bound to the Tidestone's might, Zarisa. Use it to wash away this unsightly intrusion.
At once, my queen.
Azshara has the Tidestone of Golganeth. The recent invasions must have been a diversion.
As long as she holds the Tidestone, she has the power to bring back the sea and drown us all at any moment.
Then it is imperative that we take control of it ourselves. We must find a way to break that barrier. I greet you on behalf of Silver. What I do for Quel'Thalas. Baladash Malanore. Aldiel Shalah.
I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction.
We got to keep fighting. Break them.
Sigma getting a little short shrift compared to a comp change. Kind of hardcore. Hearthstone.
Well, there's a lot of like my MOBA friends that are like wishing they would impose these things on the MOBAs they play.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that restriction in.
So the reason they don't do it is that it kind of kills the potential creativity of team comp. Which is one of the drawbacks. But I can understand that if your, entire player
that restriction in.
So the reason they don't do it is that it kind of kills the potential creativity of team comp, which is one of the drawbacks. But I can understand that if your entire player base is just playing those in competitively, you need those comps anyway, then yeah, it's kind of necessary.
And there's enough. I feel like there's enough variety in the character selection that it doesn't really hurt. Like. To have that split is okay because you still have a lot of choices within your role compared to
and I feel like let's say we did apply something like this to Heroes of the Storm. I feel like you could have wiggle room. So I think it should be like at minimum 1-3-1. So you should be required to have one tank, one healer. But I think the other 3 slots should have some flex.
Yeah.
Like you could then grab a second healer or a second tank or an off tank role. Because of the way that the heroes in HOTS works.
Sure.
I think you could still have flexibility within some rigid system.
And is the change in quick match it's not just competitive, right? It's everywhere except arcade.
So they're doing a kind of beta competitive season that's going to last a month.
Yeah.
And remember, since there's role. You have to choose your role now. You have 3
We're exposed now that all the water's gone.
Placements. You have 3
Naga
of
have
them
been
on.
slithering all
So
over
you
the
have
area.
2 placements that are shorter.
A huge risk
you have to do them for all 3
You don't have many
roles.
places left to hide.
But they're doing that for
Don't let the crab pinch you on the way out.
beta season now, and then it will be everywhere in September.
Including quick match? Or is quick match not being... Okay.
You're all doing
Yeah, I just wasn't clear on that.
The only way to play, no role will be a
Something
mode
on your mind?
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Arcade gets to be the dumb place. Hearthstone. Anything going on there? Still on the tails of a successful expansion launch? Things are going well?
Yeah. The meta has definitely been shaken up, and it looks like it's here to stay. I really like the meta right now. I think it's in a really good place.
It's good.
There's a couple things I think could be tweaked, but really right now I'm, for the first time in my life, anxiously awaiting the single player, because I really liked it last time, and...
Oh yeah, what's the deal? What's the scanning on when that's supposed to hit?
I can't remember if they've announced it or not, but last expansion, I think it was a 4-week delay from the launch of the expansion and single player hitting the game.
Okay. I can hurry that up. Because I am interested in that. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
In Heroes of the Storm, there's not a lot to say other than still successful Kira launch. She's been pretty great.
Kira was apparently more powerful than she was supposed to be. There was a hotfix 2 days ago to take down a really powerful bug with the level 1 talent everyone was taking.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I know that she was pretty OP. She seemed OP. Seemed like she could just about take anybody toe-to-toe, and if she was alone with that character.
Her launch win rates in draft were actually below 50% win rate. But in the last week, it has crested over the 50% mark, and I would expect to see it slide back down after the hotfix, because her level 1 talent that everyone was taking was doing way more damage than it was supposed to.
Also, my prediction stands. Heroes of the Storm will
Lulu was always a strong
get rid of loot
fighter.
boxes entirely and end up with some
She
sort
was
of
also my friend.
battle
miss her.
pass, and I will gladly pay for it. That's my prediction. I know they
I
have
would
a
love
small
a battle
team.
pass in Heroes of the Storm.
It'd be-
Please, bring it on.
It'd
Let's
be
do it.
amazing. I would love it in Overwatch.
It's probably a better
as well.
way of making sure as many active players as possible beat the
Yes, that, and also it's fair. It's fairer to the consumer. It's something they can look at and they can say very clearly what it gives them. There's no RNG. I definitely do. I absolutely do. I want.
Oh yes, you do. But I don't think the people that make that decision care.
Diablo 3, there is some news. There's new blog post up about their plans with 3 moving forward. It, to me, sounds like a blog post set up to be a, here's what we're doing on 3, you're about to hear about 4, and 3 will continue and have things to do, and we'll have these plans for stuff, but, this is just kind of us over here now, because get ready for a big other announcement. That's how it feels. But it's also good. It seems like they have plans for additional items and armor, and not just recycling of seasons, and they seem to want to do right, for the legacy of that game, short of the thing I wish they would have done, which is put out a proper expansion after their first expansion, which they canceled. Jerks. But still, seems like good news if you're still playing Diablo 3 or want to return to it. But it does very much feel like they're preparing the ground to seed Diablo 4, or whatever we call it. Diablo Eternal. No, Diablo Forever. Nope.
Until our next adventure.
Immortal. No, that's taken.
Oh shit. That's
Goldfinger.
Diablo, you have a phone, right? That's.
I think it has to be Diablo.
Probably
Diablo 4. It has to be Diablo 4.
What if it's just Diablo? You know what I mean? Like reset.
In a world where Diablo 3 is, the short-sighted failure of Diablo 3 in my mind is canceling that second expansion. It's a really good game. We could just keep going with it.
I agree.
So I could see it just being Diablo, because I think whatever the next Diablo game is going to have much longer legs than Diablo.
It'll be a service. It'll be some long-term thing that lasts forever. I think that's good.
Yeah, more so than Diablo 3 currently. It's still Blizzard. It's still a Blizzard thing.
What I would love to see is them come out with, as a thank you song, a new character at BlizzCon.
Like a druid. Druid would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's not gonna happen, but I would really
Amazon would be cool.
Like to hold us over until Diablo 4 actually comes out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would play. I would do that. I'm already kind of feeling the itch again anyway, so it doesn't take much to get me back in playing Diablo 3. In the StarCraft, there's really nothing going on. Although I have a lot of friends trying to get me to play.
Watch the GSL, everybody.
Oh, that is amazing. The esports stuff going on right now.
I'm going to keep an eye on her. We'll meet you back in New Home.
We were talking about this on Core, and I think I agree with Bo. Probably the best esport going, because it's such a combination of quick reflexes and twitch reaction and mental game. More than shooters, more than MOBAs, like more than all of that. Like the strategic element is just, and as much as I sit here and say I don't want to play an RTS, I do like watching really good people play them. The GSL is really good right now, so here to that.
You will see no argument here. I think the GSL is the greatest esport in the history of esports.
Boom! Dropping the truth bomb, dude. Out of the way, everybody.
friend.
Don't breathe in the spores.
I'll
That's
be
not good
right
for you.
here.
All right,
You
where are
need
we
us.
at now?
Just
Oh, I
hit
know.
the
How
cup.
about this?
Hear ye, hear ye.
Why, it's the town crier.
All right, it is the town crier who is taking college classes. That's how. We got an email here sent to us at theinstance@gmail.com. This came to us from Florida Joel, or Shalix in AIE. He says, Scott, Garrett, Patrick, and friends, during your previous podcast, I was thinking about the characters that are Nexus born. Possible spoiler here, but what if during BlizzCon, if we see a trailer with them in a new IP? Heroes of the Storm is the perfect way to slowly introduce us to new characters, environments, and backstories for upcoming IPs. Disclaimer, I have no insider knowledge, I'm just a dreamer who is ready to see Blizzard step it up again. 3, 2, 1, discuss. Also, P.S. Thanks to all of you. Thank you for your community and allowing gamers like us to feel welcome and mainstream. You are awesome.
You need
Thank
me,
you very much.
you know where to
Joe.
find me.
That's nice of you to say. I don't think so, but I like his idea. Like, they were like sneakily backdoor introducing characters for new IPs via Heroes of the Storm. That's a cool idea, but I don't think so. That's not Blizzard's way. Like, if Kira and Orphea are part of some larger plan,
hold on to hope.
They just don't do it this way. It's not Blizzard's thing.
Yeah, why introduce them in Heroes of the Storm rather than in their actual new IP? I don't see. I understand that they could do it. I'm not sure I see the advantage of that because I don't know. I guess you can get people excited in advance, and then when it's an actual game.
IP and characters for so long that we just have had them living with us. So when you introduce something new, it's always going to feel weird for a bit. And maybe that's all that is. Maybe it's just a feeling of, well, it's new, so it feels like it's Overwatch because Overwatch is new. Do you know what I mean? Sorta.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess this is why. I guess this is kind of how like new Star Wars haters feel. Even though I've liked Star Wars since before I had a long-term memory. I like the new Star Wars characters. I know there's a lot of people who are like, I just want my Luke and my Vader. Like, I guess this is how they feel, because yeah, I'm like, I don't really care about your Nexus-born heroes. I just want more Arthas fighting Raynor. That's why I came to this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. Like, I think this is never in a million years going to happen, but I do think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I mean, Kira like really looks like she could exist in Overwatch. So like, maybe it's way down the line when they're like, you know, just playing around, and Overwatch actually has a granule of a story. Tracer will open up a portal to another dimension, and out will pop Kira.
Yeah, she'll come out and go, I feel your pain, or whatever, and then start slicing dudes.
Yeah, no, she strikes. She has that vibe.
One day, there will be no more shackles.
The eternal sun still guides us. We are a nation on the rise.
What's mine is yours. One day at a time, friend. Good to see you, kid.
See anything useful? One day at a time, friend. I hope I have what you need. Everything has its purpose. What's shaking? See you around, friend.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old. If you find anything exotic...
have all day. Try not to be too reckless.
If Overwatch is nothing if not like Marvel for Blizzard.
Kind of, yeah, isn't it? Sort of. It basically, yeah, it is. I mean, remember the freaking game that got canceled, Titan, was supposed to be their Marvel. Like, it was their chance to create a giant pantheon of superheroes in a unique space, and now it's Overwatch, and that's fine, but that's kind of what it is. Well, anyway. That's what we think of that there, emailer Florida Joe. We appreciate your email, though. theinstance@gmail.com. If you want to send your own comments in about this or any other subject,
what's mine
you are
is
certainly
yours.
encouraged to do so.
I'll see what we can scrounge together.
Like, it was their chance to create a giant pantheon of superheroes in a unique space, and now it's Overwatch, and that's fine, but that's kind of what it is. Well, anyway, that's what we think of that there, emailer Florida Joe. We appreciate your email, though. theinstance@gmail.com. If you want to send your own comments in about this or any other subject, you are certainly encouraged to do so. That is theinstance@gmail.com. Before we get out of here, I always like to go around the circle and let people talk about any other projects they have going on. Like Patrick Beja, for example. He's about to end his vacation and therefore come back to the world of podcasting full-time. Patrick, what's on the plate? What's coming up?
I guess we are going to be doing all the shows. Le Rendezvous Tech, if you speak French and you like tech. Le Rendezvous Jeu, if you speak French and you like games. And if you speak English, which I'm guessing most of you listening now do. There's Pixels, which is coming back, and we're going to be talking about Gamescom, which is starting, the announcements are starting early next week, so we should have a show, if all goes well, with Jocelyn from The Angry Chicken.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, I've heard of her. I've heard she does some really good stuff.
Yeah, she's all right. She's pretty rad.
Quick,
I don't know about the
get
people
those
she associates with
supplies away
sometimes,
from them.
but other than that, just kidding. We love Garrett. No, that's awesome. I'm glad to have Pixels back in my life. It's a show I listen to, and it is indeed in English. I can confirm. I know no French at all. So do check that out, FrenchBin.com. Garrett, anything going on in your end?
I think we had one of the best Angry Chicken episodes this week we've ever done.
Do tell. Why? What happened?
I highly recommend everyone go and listen to this week's Angry Chicken episode because we had Cora guesting. Your caster, streamer, singer extraordinaire from the Hearthstone scene. But if you haven't heard, she just got hired by Blizzard. She hasn't started yet, so she was still able to come on and guest on the show as we had originally scheduled. But she just dropped so many truth bombs about what it's like to work in esports and kind of her whole trajectory from
blah blah blah.
being
Get
on
on
Twitch,
with it.
to casting, to now about to go and work on the final design team and make Hearthstone cards.
I need
That's
someone
awesome.
young.
So it was
The working
a
back,
really cool
the
episode.
willingness to
I think we
battle
went to
with
some
the
really cool,
forces of
deep
evil.
human places. And I can't recommend it enough. So go listen to this week's episode of The Angry Chicken.
Nice. Amove.tv for that and all of the things here already there. Looking for more Frog Pants stuff, you can of course find it at frogpants.com. If you're looking for us, you can find us at theinstance.net. You can support us there. Hit the support link. And let's check out the levels. We made it ourselves. It's homemade and it's rad, and it's a great way to give back to the show. You get some cool monthly art. You get some rad stuff from all of us. You get digital rewards.
Bonus episodes.
Yeah, bonus episodes. That's right. We'll have another one coming up next week. Yeah, next week, right? This month is going too fast. Anyway, so do that. We'd love it. We'd love to have you over there. Again, that's theinstance.net. And you can find us on Twitter, Scott Johnson, Not Patrick, and Garrett Art. More shows like this at frogpants.com. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you next time.
Highborn chose death over serving Ajara, but ended up trapped here anyway. Such a sad place.
What are your hero rates and estimated funeral expenses? Artifacts of great power belong in the hands of elders, not some rambunctious adventurer.